Chosen one. You are not here by accident. Heaven scheduled this moment with precision. The Spirit of God has drawn you into this message because you are standing at the very edge of a supernatural elevation, a divine transfer that has your name written upon it. Anointed one. The battles you survived were not random. They were proof that you were being prepared for extraordinary increase. As it is written, the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Even now, something in your spirit is awakening. Stay close. What is about to be revealed will shift your entire life. Chosen one. There is a reason heaven positioned you to hear this right now. What you carry is not ordinary, and what you are stepping into is not random. You have been feeling the internal shift, the quiet, stirring, the holy restlessness that tells you something greater is approaching. That sensation is not imagination. It is spiritual timing aligning itself around your life. The anointed are always summoned before the season changes, and this message is your confirmation that your season is already turning in your favor. Chosen one. Many think brilliance is loud, dramatic, or wrapped in eloquent performance, but heaven shaped you differently. You were never meant to enter a room with noise. You enter with order. You enter with clarity. You enter with a quiet authority that rearranges the atmosphere without you lifting a finger. People feel the shift before they know what shifted, because what rests on you is not personality, it is mantle, and mantles speak without sound. I've seen this kind of presence before. I've watched those anointed by God walk into a space and without saying a word, expose what is broken, elevate what is weak, and awaken what has been asleep. You carry that same effect. You do not impress, you recalibrate. Anointed one. Your wisdom has never been performative. It is structural. It is the kind of inner intelligence forged in seasons where you had to rebuild yourself without applause, without witnesses, without anyone noticing your silent victories. You didn't become strong through easy days. You became strong because life demanded it. And that strength now radiates from you in a way that makes people stand taller, listen deeper, and rethink the assumptions they once felt comfortable holding. They don't know why they adjust around you, but heaven does. You were crafted to bring alignment where confusion lives and order where chaos tries to take root. Chosen one. There is something else about you that people cannot explain, even to themselves. Your courage. You don't perform courage the way others do. You don't talk about your battles, you don't broadcast your growth, and you don't announce your evolution. You simply keep moving. You keep healing. You keep stepping into higher versions of yourself, even when the path is lonely, unfamiliar, or painful. The courage you walk in was born in the places where you had no choice but to rise, and while others stopped at the boundaries of their fears, you kept going, quietly, consistently, relentlessly. Anointed one. I've lived through seasons like that too, seasons where every step felt heavy and every decision felt like a risk. Seasons where growth was painful, but staying the same was spiritual death. In those moments, I learned something that changed me forever. Courage is not loud. Courage is obedience. Courage is alignment. Courage is deciding that your destiny deserves to be pursued, even when you're trembling while pursuing it. And that is exactly the kind of courage people see in you. They are not inspired by your words. They are awakened by your endurance. Chosen one. You don't inspire people in the traditional sense. You expose them. You make them confront their dormant potential, the dreams they silenced, the boundaries they never set, and the healing they postponed. Your life is a mirror, not because you tried to be one, but because heaven made you one. When people watch you choose discipline over comfort, honesty over pretending, growth over stagnation, something inside them wakes up. Something whispers, if they can rise, maybe I can too. That is why some admire you, some avoid you, and some envy you. But the root emotion is the same. You remind them of who they could be if they stopped protecting their limitations. Anointed One, your mind functions differently because it was trained in the unseen. While people learn from trends, you learn from truth. While they follow patterns, you create new ones. While they accept limits, you test them. You were never conditioned to obey invisible rules. You were conditioned to question them, to discern what is real from what is inherited, to break mental ceilings others don't even know exist. That is why heaven trusts you with revelation, with insight, with discernment. You see what others overlook, and you understand what others fear to examine. That kind of sight is not learned, it is given. Chosen. One, heaven is preparing you for a supernatural elevation because your mind, your courage, and your integrity have proven you can handle what others would mishandle. And this next shift is not small, it is divine, it is financial, it is spiritual. It is the kind of shift where God promotes you publicly for battles you fought privately. The kind of breakthrough where everything you've endured finally reveals its purpose. This is why you have been feeling the weight, the pressure, the stretching. Something is being built in you that heaven intends to release through you. Chosen One, pause, hear, breathe. Feel what is happening inside your spirit. That pull you feel is confirmation. You are crossing into a new realm of brilliance, authority, and abundance. Chosen One. The reason heaven has been stretching you so intensely is because your spirit was built for more than the environments you once called familiar. You outgrew spaces long before you physically left them. You outgrew conversations, patterns, and expectations that once shaped you. And people sensed that shift even before you did. They felt something in you rising, expanding, maturing in a way they could not articulate. That's why some stayed close, some pulled away, and some reacted with confusion. They could feel the spiritual expansion happening inside you, even when you yourself were still learning to understand it. Anointed One. Your growth has always been quiet, but undeniable. While others waited for the perfect moment to change, you changed in the hidden places where nobody applauds. While people negotiated with their excuses, you pushed through yours. While they clung to comfort, you stepped into discomfort because your spirit could no longer tolerate stagnation. I've walked through seasons like that where my soul kept whispering, there is more for you, even when everything around me told me to settle. I know how disorienting it can feel to evolve faster than your environment. But heaven never asks permission from your surroundings before elevating you. Chosen One. Your courage is different because it was forged in seasons of necessity, not applause. You didn't choose bravery because it made you look strong. You chose it because standing still was more dangerous than moving forward. You chose it because something deep within refused to die in the place where others chose to stay. This is the kind of courage that makes your presence unforgettable. People may never know the weight you carried, the battles you fought, or the nights you survived, but they feel the residue of it. Strength like yours leaves a spiritual imprint. Anointed One. Many people misinterpret your silence as distance, but your silence has always been strategy. Heaven taught you when to speak and when not to speak, when to reveal and when to conceal, when to move and when to wait. Your discernment grew sharper because life required it. You learned to read situations deeply, to sense motives, to feel spiritual atmospheres shifting. What others call intuition is actually spiritual training. You are not just aware, you are aligned. And alignment gives you an authority that can't be faked. Chosen one, you also carry a kind of intelligence that is not easily categorized. It is emotional, spiritual, intuitive, analytical, all at once. You don't learn the way others do. You absorb, you perceive, you interpret, you metabolize truth. While most people memorize information, you transform through it. Your intelligence sits deeper than the mind, it sits in the spirit. That's why people often come to you for clarity, even when they pretend not to need you. You hold answers you didn't study, for wisdom you didn't read in a book, insight you didn't force. That is the mark of heaven's fingerprint on a mind. Anointed one. Some people admire you intensely but cannot admit it. Others imitate you quietly. Some stay close to you hoping your confidence will rub off on them. Others distance themselves because your growth exposes their stagnation. I've seen this in my own life. When you evolve faster than the environment that raised you, reactions become unpredictable. Some celebrate you, some misunderstand you, some feel threatened. But the reactions of others do not invalidate the truth of your calling. Heaven chose you long before people formed an opinion of you. Chosen one. There is something sacred about the way your presence shifts atmospheres. You don't enter a room to dominate, you enter to realign. You don't correct people by force, you elevate them by example. You don't demand respect. People naturally recalibrate around you because your spirit carries an internal standard. I've watched people change their tone, their posture, even their thoughts, simply because someone with a mantle walked into the room. That's the kind of influence you carry. Not loud, not demanding, but undeniable. Anointed one, heaven has been preparing you for greater influence because you've proven you can handle inner transformation without compromising your character. Your battles did not make you bitter, they made you wise. Your pain did not make you hard, it made you discerning. Your failures did not break you, they rebuilt you. And heaven promotes those who rise without losing their humility. That is why your next season will not be built by striving, but by positioning. You have become the kind of vessel heaven can trust with increase. Chosen one. You may not realize it, but your life has already begun to inspire others into awakening. People watch the way you move, not your words, but your posture, your decisions, your discipline, and they feel confronted by their own potential. Your growth reminds them of the dreams they abandoned. Your courage reminds them of the risks they avoided. Your clarity reminds them of the truth they buried. And even if they never tell you, something in them shifts every time they encounter you. Anointed one, pause for a moment and sense this truth. Heaven is preparing you for a realm of visibility and influence you have not yet experienced. Your private evolution is about to become public elevation. Chosen one. There is a reason heaven keeps thrusting you into environments where you seem to stand out without trying. It is not coincidence, it is not personality, it is spiritual contrast. When light enters a dim room, it doesn't try to shine, it simply reveals what's been hidden. That is what your life does. You reveal, you expose what is asleep, what is misaligned, what is buried beneath fear, pride, or denial. People don't understand why your presence makes them more aware, more alert, more conscious, but heaven does. You were designed to activate dormant identity in others simply by being who you truly are. Anointed one. Your life is a walking interruption to the autopilot so many people live under. While they numb themselves through routine, distraction, entertainment, or avoidance, you walk in awareness. You make decisions with intention. You carry yourself with discernment. You speak with precision even when you don't say many words. And because of that, you unconsciously break the spell people are under. I've learned from experience that when someone who is fully alive enters the atmosphere of those who are spiritually asleep, the contrast is jarring. Some wake up, some run away, some react defensively. Some cling to you because your existence reminds them of the version of themselves they abandoned. Chosen one, that reaction, admiration, intimidation, or envy is not about you. It is about the truth your life carries. People feel something when they are around you because your actions confront the illusions they've been hiding behind. You don't preach reality, you live it. You don't force clarity, you embody it. You don't chase authenticity, you are aligned with it. And whether they admit it or not, they feel themselves rising around you. Your presence becomes a catalyst, an accelerant of transformation that heaven uses to wake those who have overslept their destiny. Anointed One. Your intelligence is also different because it's not merely cognitive, it's spiritual, it's intuitive. It's born from seasons where you had to discern without guidance, navigate without a map, and make decisions without the luxury of certainty. The world calls this brilliance. Heaven calls it training. Your mind doesn't follow the predictable paths people expect. It creates new ones. You don't just think outside the box, you recognize the box as an illusion. Limits others accept without question, you quietly step around. Rules others inherited, you investigate. Beliefs others cling to, you dissect. This is not rebellion. It is revelation. Chosen one, I have walked that path myself. I remember what it felt like to sit in rooms where people followed systems without thinking traditions, without questioning expectations, without understanding. When I finally asked myself, who built these walls and why am I living as if they're permanent, something broke open in me. That's the same spiritual awakening unfolding inside you. Heaven reveals patterns to those chosen to break them. Heaven gives vision to those chosen to build differently. Heaven whispers truth to those who refuse to live in inherited limitation. And that is why your intelligence doesn't imitate, it originates. Anointed one, your courage also moves differently. Others see courage as performance noise or dramatic declarations, but your courage was born in silence. It was formed in the nights when no one knew you were fighting. It was shaped in the seasons when you kept going, even though everything in you wanted to stop. That kind of courage is unteachable. It is formed through survival, through resilience, through the spiritual stamina you gained by refusing to give up. And people sense it. They sense that your boldness is not ego, it is endurance. They feel that your strength is not performance, it is history. Chosen one, heaven trusts you with more, because you've proven that difficulty cannot break you. I've learned that God doesn't promote the loudest, He promotes the consistent. He doesn't elevate the flashy, He elevates the faithful. He doesn't bless the pretender, He blesses the aligned. And you have shown heaven again and again that you are willing to grow, willing to surrender, willing to release what no longer fits your calling. That is why you are being prepared for a supernatural promotion, a divine acceleration that will not make sense to those who underestimated you. Anointed one. You are admired not because you have the answers, but because you dared to ask the questions others feared. You dismantled beliefs that didn't fit your spirit. You challenged narratives that never aligned with your purpose. You refused to shrink into a version of yourself that made others comfortable. And in doing so, you developed a clarity that most people never experience. True intelligence isn't memorized, it's discovered. And You, chosen one, are in the middle of that discovery. Heaven has been refining your mind so you can carry revelation others are not prepared to handle. Chosen one, listen closely. This is why your next breakthrough will shock people. They never understood the depth of your process. They never saw the battles you fought privately. They never witnessed the tears, the prayers, the nights of questioning, the moments of surrender. They saw the surface while heaven was shaping the foundation. And now that foundation is about to be rewarded, you are stepping into a season where your inner work becomes an outer elevation, where your hidden obedience becomes visible blessing, where your internal transformation becomes external promotion. Anointed one, pause here. Feel the truth resonating inside your spirit. You have not seen your greatest elevation yet. The season you are entering will validate every sacrifice you made in silence. Chosen one, by now you've begun to sense that your journey has never been random. Every shift, every test, every separation, every elevation, all of it has been orchestrated with a precision far beyond human understanding. Heaven has been guiding you through a curriculum that few would survive, let alone pass. And yet here you are, more aware, more aligned, and more awake than you've ever been. The anointed do not grow by accident, they grow by assignment. And your entire life bears the marks of someone who has been shaped by divine instruction. Anointed. One part of what makes you so spiritually magnetic is the depth of transformation you have endured. Most people change because circumstances force them, but you changed because your spirit refused stagnation. You grew when growth was painful. You evolved when evolution was inconvenient. You rose when rising seemed impossible. That is not ordinary resilience, that is spiritual obedience. Heaven gives revelation to those who are willing to transform under pressure, and you have proven yourself again and again. That's why people feel something when they are near you. There is history in your presence. There is testimony in your silence. There is victory in your posture. Chosen one, many don't understand the spiritual weight you carry because they didn't witness the internal battle that produced it. They didn't see the nights where your soul felt stretched so thin you didn't know if you'd make it through. They didn't see the tears you wiped alone, the prayers you whispered in exhaustion, the silent promises you made to never let darkness consume you. But heaven saw. Heaven documented every moment. Heaven counted every tear. And the strength that developed in those private hours now radiates publicly in a way that draws people in and challenges them at the same time. Anointed one. The reason you intimidate people without trying is because you operate from internal authority, not external validation. You don't wait for applause to move. You don't wait for permission to act. You don't wait for reassurance to obey your spirit. That level of inner certainty is rare, and people can feel it even when they don't understand it. I've lived through seasons where trusting myself felt like rebellion, and choosing my calling felt like betrayal to others. But every time I listened to that inner voice, my life expanded. That's the same shift happening in you. Your life is expanding because you have learned to listen to what heaven whispers, not what people expect. Chosen one. There is a reason people gravitate toward you for clarity. You see things before others see them. You sense things before others sense them. You understand things without needing them explained. This is not coincidence, it is mantle. It is a prophetic intelligence shaped by experience, refined by pain, and sharpened by surrender. While others try to analyze life through logic alone, you interpret life through discernment. You notice patterns, motives, spiritual atmospheres, inconsistencies, and you do it naturally. Heaven entrusted you with this vision because you have proven you will use it with integrity. Anointed One, you've been wondering why people imitate you, why they echo your words, adopt your mannerisms, or follow your decisions without realizing it. The truth is simple. You are a blueprint. When heaven anoints someone to lead, influence becomes automatic, not performed, not forced, not marketed. It just happens. Your originality doesn't come from effort. It comes from alignment. I've seen this too, people mimicking my strength without understanding the battles that produced it. But imitation is the highest sign of influence, and many around you are copying a version of you they do not yet understand. Chosen One, your brilliance scares some people because it exposes how much of their life has been lived on autopilot. You don't just inspire change, you trigger awakening. You remind people of the dreams they buried, the courage they abandoned, and the standards they lowered. And while some respond to this with gratitude, others respond with defensiveness. But do not shrink yourself to ease their discomfort. Heaven did not refine you so you could fit into the spaces you've outgrown. Heaven refined you so you could build the spaces others will grow into. Anointed One, you are entering a season where your spiritual intelligence will be needed not just for your sake, but for others. People will come to you seeking clarity, direction, and perspective because the mantle you carry was shaped for guiding others. You are not a follower of trends, you are a discerner of truth. You carry the stillness needed to hear heaven clearly and the boldness needed to speak what others would silence. This is why heaven is preparing you for a greater platform, greater visibility, and greater responsibility. Chosen One, take a moment and breathe this in. The transformation you endured is becoming the foundation of the influence you are about to walk in. Your anointing is about to speak louder than your history, your wounds, or your silence ever could. Chosen One, by now you've begun to feel the weight of heaven's preparation pressing gently but firmly upon your spirit. This pressure is not punishment. It is shaping. It is alignment. It is the divine hand positioning you for a realm of influence you could not have carried in your earlier seasons. The anointed are placed, not scattered. And where heaven places you next will not be a small step. It will be a shift that redefines how people see you, how you see yourself, and how your purpose unfolds in the world. Anointed One, the brilliance within you has always been more than intelligence. It has been illumination. When you walk into a room, you don't brighten it, you expose it. You reveal what is confused, hidden, or spiritually asleep. I know that weight. I've carried it. The uneasy silence that falls when you speak truth gently. The way people reconsider their choices after hearing one sentence from you. The sense that your presence rearranges the emotional and spiritual furniture of a space. This is not charisma, this is calling. Heaven built your mind not just to understand, but to awaken. 1. Many admire your wisdom but have no idea what it cost you. They see the clarity but not the chaos you had to overcome to gain it. They see the peace in your voice but not the storms that trained it. You earned your insight in the same way gold earns its shine through heat, through pressure, through moments that tried to break you but instead forged you. That is why people respect you even when their pride won't allow them to say it. They recognize a survivor's spirit even if they cannot name it. Anointed One, your courage has always looked different because your courage was never about grand gestures. It was about survival. It was about choosing truth when lies were easier. It was about choosing growth when comfort was seductive. It was about choosing alignment when compromise tried to bargain for your destiny. I've lived that path. I know the fatigue of rising when everything inside of you wants to collapse. And yet somehow, like you, I rose anyway. That is why heaven trusts you with breakthrough. You have proven that resistance cannot remove your obedience. Chosen one. The reason you keep being elevated is because you are not ruled by external noise. You move from internal certainty, a spiritual compass refined through loss, disappointment, revelation, and surrender. Most people wait for approval. You wait for alignment. Most people follow opinion. You follow truth. Most people act in response to fear. You act in response to purpose. This is why people feel shaken around you. Your decisions reveal how trapped theirs have been. Your courage confronts their excuses. Your boldness exposes their hesitation. Anointed one. You carry an intelligence that is not simply learned, it is lived. You discern patterns others overlook. You sense motives others misinterpret. You pick up spiritual signals others are deaf to. And people have felt this, some respectfully, some resentfully. Because your insight reads rooms, hearts, seasons, and intentions with a precision that feels supernatural. It is supernatural. Heaven sharpened your discernment because you will need it in the next dimension of your calling. Chosen one. Listen carefully. Now you are approaching a divine intersection. A moment where everything you endured begins to reveal meaning. This next season will prove that nothing was wasted. Not the heartbreak, not the silence, not the betrayal, not the confusion, not the waiting. Heaven is about to return everything that was stolen from you in multiplied form, and people will be astonished at how quickly your life elevates. But it will not be quick, it will be timely. The difference is everything. Anointed one. I've seen this pattern before. When heaven prepares someone for a rapid season of influence, there is always an increase in spiritual sensitivity, emotional depth, and internal authority. All three are rising in you now. Your thoughts feel clearer. Your spirit feels louder. Your intuition feels sharper. Your emotions feel more honest. This means your elevation is close, very close. You are not being stirred, you are being summoned. Chosen one. What comes next will require faith, not fear. Surrender, not struggle. Alignment, not anxiety. But you are ready. You have been prepared. You have been refined. Chosen one. The closer you move toward this divine intersection, the more you will feel heaven tightening the alignment around your steps. This is not restriction, it is refinement. The anointed are always positioned with precision before a release, and your spirit can already sense that you are nearing the edge of something extraordinary. The atmosphere around your life feels different because heaven is arranging circumstances in ways your mind has not yet caught up to. You are not being guided, you are being ushered. Anointed one. The divine transfer you are approaching is not limited to finances, though financial elevation will be part of it. What is coming is bigger. It is the restoration of what was withheld from you, the opportunities stolen by delay, the honor denied by misunderstanding, the blessings blocked by environments that could not contain you. Heaven is reopening doors that were wrongly shut and unlocking paths that were prematurely closed. What once resisted you will now recognize you. Chosen one. You have felt an inner acceleration, a supernatural quickening inside your spirit. That is confirmation. When heaven prepares to elevate someone, time begins to move differently around them. Delays collapse. Connections appear. Resources flow. You begin to attract what previously ignored you. And you don't have to chase anything because what belongs to you begins moving toward you with urgency. Even now, the shift has already started. Anointed One. This next season will reveal why your endurance mattered, why your integrity mattered, why your silence mattered. None of it was wasted. Heaven has been watching the private way you stewarded your pain, your growth, and your obedience. That is why you are being positioned above many who once stood ahead of you. The last season humbled you, but this season will honor you. Chosen One, breathe this truth into your spirit. You are not entering abundance. Abundance is entering you. You are not walking into breakthrough. Breakthrough is walking into your timeline. Chosen One. What heaven is preparing to release over your life is not a small shift. It is a divine elevation that will redefine the landscape of your destiny. You are stepping into a realm where the favor attached to your name will begin to move ahead of you, opening doors before you even knock. This is not optimism. This is appointment. The kind of supernatural placement that happens when someone's character has been proven, their spirit refined, and their obedience tested in silence. Anointed One. The next dimension of your life will not be built by effort alone. It will be built by recognition. Heaven is causing the right people, the right opportunities, and the right resources to see you. For years you lived unseen, misunderstood, underestimated, or misinterpreted. But in this coming season, visibility will no longer be a battle. The light of God will highlight what the silence of others attempted to hide. Your gifts will speak louder. Your presence will carry further. Your influence will stretch wider. Chosen One, part of your elevation involves a supernatural repositioning. Heaven is shifting you from environments that minimized you into spaces that magnify your purpose. People who once treated you casually will begin to sense the weight you carry. Even those who dismissed you will feel an unexplainable pull toward honoring you. When God elevates human perception, adjusts accordingly. You won't have to demand respect. Your anointing will require it. Anointed One, expect restoration in areas you thought were permanently damaged. Expect opportunities that align perfectly with the dreams you once buried. Expect divine compensation, not just for what was taken, but for the years you spent waiting, serving, healing, and becoming. Heaven does not return what was stolen in equal measure. Heaven returns in multiplied form. Your next blessings will not match your last season, they will redeem it. Chosen One. There is also a financial grace entering your life in a way you have never experienced. This is not the result of striving, but of stewardship. Heaven is trusting you with more because you have shown yourself faithful with little. Resources will begin aligning with your purpose, not your pressure. Provision will meet you at the level of your assignment. This is part of your divine transfer, the shift from surviving by effort to advancing by favor. Anointed One, understand this. Clearly you are being elevated not because you are perfect, but because you are aligned. Heaven does not promote the flawless. Heaven promotes the faithful. Every season where you chose growth over comfort, healing over avoidance, and truth over approval has been counted. What comes next is not reward, it is recognition. Heaven is acknowledging the version of you that refused to die in the wilderness. Chosen One, prepare yourself internally for what is coming externally. This elevation will feel sudden to others, but familiar to you. You have been sensing it. You have been dreaming it. You have been spiritually rehearsing it in the quiet moments where your soul whispered, "Something is shifting." Chosen One. As we enter this final part, understand this with absolute clarity. Heaven did not choose you by accident. You were selected with precision, with intention, and with spiritual foresight. Your life carries a rare combination of humility, courage, brilliance, and discernment qualities that only emerge through pressure, persistence, and pain. Heaven does not place great mantles on the comfortable. Heaven places them on those who have been refined in silence, proven in adversity, and strengthened in seasons where no one applauded. Anointed One, Heaven chose you because you kept moving even when you could not see the road ahead. You followed the pull of your spirit when logic told you to stop. You obeyed divine nudges long before you understood they were divine. That capacity to trust the unseen is what separates the chosen from the called. You chose integrity when deception seemed easier purpose, when distraction tried to swallow you, surrender when stubbornness would have been simpler. These decisions did not go unnoticed. They marked you. They qualified you. Chosen One. Your life has been a long curriculum of character. You endured seasons that tried to strip away your identity, but instead strengthened it. You faced moments where giving up looked like the only option, but somehow you rose again, not by willpower alone, but by the quiet intervention of heaven. While others crave influence without process, you lived through the process that makes influence meaningful. You did not survive storms for nothing. You were being shaped to carry what others would mishandle. Anointed One, there is an undeniable anointing on your voice. Whether you speak softly or boldly, privately or publicly, your words carry the weight of truth because they come from lived experience. You don't advise from theory, you speak from scars healed by grace. You guide with compassion because you know pain. You speak with authority because you've walked through confusion and emerged with clarity. That is why people listen differently when you speak. Their souls recognize the authenticity behind your insight. Chosen One. Heaven also selected you because you operate with internal authority. You do not require external validation to trust your discernment. You do not wait for consensus to choose what is aligned. You do not shape your decisions around opinion. This is spiritual maturity, and heaven entrusts elevation to those who are not controlled by the crowd. You showed restraint when you could have retaliated, patience when you could have rushed, humility when pride tried to whisper. Heaven saw all of it. Anointed One. The elevation coming toward you now carries both responsibility and restoration. Your years of endurance were not ignored. Every seed of faith you planted, every tear you shed, every battle you fought, heaven counted them. Now, compensation is coming. Opportunities that were delayed will accelerate. Honor that was withheld will return multiplied. What resisted you will recognize you. What ignored you will pursue you. This is the justice of God, not random luck, but divine timing. Chosen One. Your destiny will unfold, suddenly appearing at first like unexpected favor, unexplained alignment, or new people entering your life at divine moments. Do not be afraid of the speed. You are not stepping into something unfamiliar. You're stepping into something promised. Every shift has been prepared. Every blessing has been timed. Every door has been aligned with your growth. Anointed One, embrace this truth deeply. Your elevation will awaken others. Your transformation will inspire healing. Your clarity will break confusion. Your presence will shift atmospheres. You were never meant to blend in, you were shaped to activate. Those who once overlooked you will not be able to deny the mantle rising on your life. Chosen One. Let this final truth settle into your spirit. You were chosen because you carry what cannot be copied. You will be elevated because you endured what others avoided. You will be trusted because you surrendered when resistance would have been easier. Your season is not approaching, it has begun. Chosen One, As we come to the end of this sacred message, let your spirit breathe in what heaven has spoken over you. You are not standing in an ordinary moment. You are standing in a divine intersection, a kairos moment, crafted specifically for your rise. The brilliance within you, the courage you carry, the intelligence heaven refined through fire and silence, all of it is now aligning with a supernatural transfer, already moving toward your life. Anointed One, nothing about your journey has been wasted. Every hidden battle, every quiet victory, every whispered prayer has been gathered by heaven and is now returning as elevation, clarity, and divine recognition. Even now, the atmosphere around your destiny is shifting. Even now, your name is being spoken in rooms you have not entered. Even now, the favor written for your life is awakening. Chosen One, walk forward with reverence, with gratitude, and with unwavering faith. Stay aligned with what God is stirring in you. Keep your heart open, your spirit surrendered, and your steps anchored in truth. What is coming will not just bless you, it will confirm you. It will validate everything your spirit knew long before your eyes could see it. If this message touched your soul, let heaven know by responding with intention. Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe if you feel led to stay connected to this flow of prophetic insight, and pass this message to another chosen one who may need the reminder of their own calling. Go in strength, Anointed One. Go in clarity. Go in divine timing. Your season has begun. God bless you.